it's sort of become a trend nowadays to say that 9 to 5 is the worst thing in the world, is uncool. You need to do social media, have your own business, do whatever you can, but just don't work a 9 to 5. But you need to understand that the 9 to 5 that you're working pays for everything in your life. Holidays, clothes, phone, shoes, whatever it is. Without your 9 to 5, you probably won't own anything. Okay? And all these other people, I'm not talking about the newcomers, the successful, the new, the TikTok stars that are similar age to me and you, in their 20s or teens. I'm talking about the content creators and the successful people that are in their 30s. Maybe not necessarily all athletes, but some definitely. They all worked a 9 to 5. They worked a job that they didn't love. And you need to understand that you got to go through the same journey as these guys. There is no shortcuts, and your 9 to 5 isn't ruining you. It's not stopping you from doing what you want in your life. It's just your mindset. It's yourself. You believe that it's stopping you because you're hearing everyone else say that it's stopping you, but these guys, they're talking the hype. Sometimes they're trying to motivate you to get out, but don't take it so literal, because other people, they might be trying to sell you some online course or whatever it is, okay? But understand that your journey is different to everyone else's. What works for some people may not work for you. You need to fully take that in, okay? Because I was in the same situation when I was starting up this self-improvement, doing all these side hustles. I had people telling me 9 to 5 is terrible, I need to get out. So naturally I adopted the same mindset and ended up becoming really unhappy, and the things I was doing, well, it wasn't always bettering myself. I've said it 100 times already, but I was just trying to escape my situation. So the work I was doing wasn't even honest work. It wasn't work that I wanted to do either. And I wasn't operating at the highest frequency that I could, because the 9 to 5 was consuming me because I thought it was holding me back. It was the worst thing in the world. And you're probably wondering how I got over it, because now I go to work and I'm not jumping around screaming for joy and jumping around for joy. That's not the case, because I also understand it's by far not the best thing in the world either. I'm not saying you should settle just to work a job that you don't like. Of course, go out and achieve greatness, but just enjoy your time whilst you're working a 9 to 5, because regardless of your mindset, you've got to go to work. If you don't have another source of income, or you can't afford to just drop your 9 to 5 for however many weeks, months, years it takes to get to your goal, you're going to have to wake up and go to that job. So you might as well at least try and enjoy it, or just be at peace, because that's where I'm at. I don't necessarily enjoy my 9 to 5. I don't have the same amount of fun there as I do if I'm on holiday or the weekend, which is natural, but I'm at peace. I go in and I'm like, yeah, cool, all right, I'm at my job, is whatever, I don't mind, because I understand that in order to make content creation full time, I've got to go through the 9 to 5. I've got to go through the process, the same as everyone else did. Success can come quick, but it can also leave much faster. So I'd rather go through the trials and tribulations of life and do the things that I don't necessarily want to do, to have something much greater, which is creating content for you guys, which is going to benefit you guys and help you guys in your own life. And I got to this mindset, one, through just learning and failing and going through the things that I did to lead me to this point. And I also just one day had a massive mindset shift, and I was like, you know what, I might as well just operate on a positive frequency all the time and enjoy life for what it is, the good and the bad, because you realize the bad isn't so bad, it's your mindset that's bad. And if you're in that negative frame of mind, you're never going to be able to attract the things that you want in your life, because the law of attraction doesn't work that way. A positive and a negative, they can't go together, but a positive and a positive can, and a negative and a negative can. So just change your mindset and understand that there's people that would literally kill to be in your position, just working that job. That's all they want because they can't get hired for whatever reason it is. Just appreciate it. Appreciate that you get the money and understand that is a thing of priority, is maybe why you cannot do the things that you want, because you may not be prioritizing it. You may come home and the first thing you do is watch TV. So instead of watching TV for an hour, 2 hours, just spark up a video or brainstorm some business ideas or side hustles, whatever it is you want to do. You'll probably realize your priorities aren't in line, because it definitely isn't the 9 to 5. And I understand that everyone's situation is different, very different to mine. But for me, I never looked at my situation properly, because I always used to say, oh, I can't create content. What content can I make? And 3 years later, I'm here recording videos daily for you guys. So yeah, just look at things with a positive frame of mind, and the picture is much clearer and much simpler than you realize, rather than listening to the bullshit and the hype that everyone else is going around saying, because it's not true. It's just, again, a bad mindset.